when you start us off with the first pick, it is going to be let's see, Oregon, Michigan State. There you go, Oregon, Michigan State.
Oregon's lost 5 out of 6. Michigan State needs this game to keep up with Purdue in the Big Ten race, and it's in East Lansing. I think Michigan State may be big.
Yeah, just really unimpressed with this Oregon team the last couple of weeks. I mean, I think they might be players era merchants. I mean, what have they done since players era? I mean, seriously, nothing. Not impressed. Not they don't have size and length. I think they're going to struggle in this one. Give me Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm going Michigan State too. I think that their 2 losses out west were more of a traveling issue than a Michigan State issue.
Yeah. Okay, we're staying in the Big Ten. Michigan, Indiana.
I will say this worries me because
you get up game.
Well, I mean, we saw it last year with Jake Diebler beating Purdue out of nowhere, right? Like you take all that pressure and everything away, and all of a sudden it gets a little dangerous. I mean, I still am picking Michigan because you cannot convince me that Michigan isn't a way better team, but I wouldn't be shocked if somehow this is a close game, at least late.
Yeah, like I have no idea what, the team reaction is going to be, right? Like, do they want Mike Woodson gone? Do they like, how are, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. If I felt better about, like this was some kind of, the team is disgruntled or they don't like the way it's being handled, then I might say Indiana. It's not like Michigan has been playing this great basketball. I will say that. Like they have been sort of in the 80s, if you look at the efficiency numbers in the last couple of weeks. But I just don't think that's this Indiana team. I'll take Michigan here. I think we lost Kenny. Kenny, you're muted. Give us like a letter. Give us like a get you like an M, like let's see if we can just use sign language from Kenny to get the winners the rest of this segment. That's what we really should do. All right, so we're all in agreement here. So okay, Marquette, Creighton. This is one that in theory, Marquette would really like to have, but it's a tough one. It's on the road at a hot Creighton team, Kevin Sweeney.
Yeah, I mean, I've been so impressed with what Greg McDermott's done with this group. Like, I don't think this is his most talented team by any stretch. They've had injuries. They're playing their best basketball at the right time, and they're at home. I thought they played Marquette really well the first time. I was at that game, and they did a great job. They did a really nice job of limiting Cam Jones, making him work for every bucket. And Cam Jones is a different player now than he was a month ago. I think kind of wearing on him the amount of pressure they're putting on him offensively. I think Creighton protects home court here.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was a little bit predictable with Marquette. They really hadn't played the best teams, the best versions of the Big East quite yet, and they've seen that now with UConn last weekend, then St. John's. I mean, respectable outings, certainly. But again, like this spot is just really, really terrible for them. Going on the road here again. So I'm gonna take a Creighton team that's playing. I mean, it's best basketball. Like I thought maybe last night against Providence, tricky spot, second road game in a row for them. But man, they handled business. And so I suspect they'll do the same against Marquette. All right. I don't think we have Kenny back yet. So there we go. He's somehow still with us. The spirit of Kenny Freeze has picked Creighton to cover, not to cover, but to protect home court as well. All right. Oh, this is a good one. Kansas taking on I think they're number 2 since January 24th now at Torvik. I think they've dropped to number 2. But since January 24th, the number 2 team in America, the Kansas State Wildcats, coming off their dramatic win against Arizona State. Kansas State. Who do you like, Kevin Sweeney?
I mean, look, I was as critical as anyone of Jerome Tang and of this group. I thought they were maybe the most disappointing team in the country, but they've turned a corner. I think maybe playing free. Coleman Hawkins been playing really well. I thought, McDaniel gave him a good lift against Iowa State. This crowd will be alive. Like this crowd always shows up for Kansas, but with them winning 4 in a row, having some good mojo, good vibes, like I think this building lifts K-State to an upset and keeps the good vibes rolling in Manhattan.
Oh, you're picking Kansas State?
I am.
I
gotta pick one.
No, you're right. You're right.
We gotta pick
one
one
upset.
upset.
No, you're right.
Come on.
I was gonna say I don't know what the KenPom projections for this one are. I haven't looked, but
it's 6.
So Kansas State getting 6 essentially.
Yeah.
I mean that would definitely be a spot where like I would definitely look to get involved with them against the spread, because they are playing really good basketball. Since January 24th. I don't know why we picked that date, but it's just the truth. So I think I would maybe bet them, against the spread if I'm getting 6, but I'm going to go Kansas. I think that, that win against Iowa State was one that they really had the half of their season. They got it. So that shows me that they still do have some fight in there, a pulse in there. So I'll go with the Jayhawks. Kenny, welcome back. I think we have you. Kansas State. Who do you like? We do not have Kenny. I don't know what's going on, man, with the audio. Who's sabotaging Kenny's audio? Can you do like a bird or something? Yeah. Who did Kenny? Kenny's got Kansas. There we go. So again, at least Sweeney did go with Kansas State. So we have a little variety. All right. Moving right along here. Texas A&M, Missouri did cover against Tennessee. There was a thought there. Maybe they pull it off. They did not. But playing good basketball. What do you make of this one, Kevin Sweeney?
Man, I've been so impressed with how Missouri has battled. I thought they played a whale of a game against Tennessee. And if not for Igor Milicic playing maybe the best game of his career, I think they win that game on the road. So to come back home, big crowd. I love their size and athleticism in the backcourt. I think to bother Wade Taylor and Zoric Phelps. I think Missouri wins this game at home.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. We're in agreement there. I thought Dennis Gates was always, a much better coach than, he showed last year in the SEC. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know, who knows? Sometimes in the NIL era, you're probably going to have bad mixes of the roster. And that's possibly what he was dealing with, last season. But that's not the case this year. They look great. And so I think that party keeps rolling for Missouri. I mean, A&M is certainly capable of doing that, but it's hard for me to trust them, game to game. So I'm going to go Missouri. I think we're still having some audio issues there with Kenny, but I believe he did have Missouri in this one as well. All right, this one got flexed, but there's no question about it. It's a whale of a game. Florida going on the road at Auburn, Kevin.
Yeah, I want to caveat this by if we were betting the spread and I could get like 8 points, I'm taking Florida. I think they're built to battle Auburn because they have the size and physicality. Chinyelu at the rim is a huge difference maker, and they have Walter Clayton. Obviously, we got to see how healthy he is coming off the ankle, but I expect him to play. Assuming he does play, I think they cover. I'm just prepared to bet against Auburn to win outright on their home court with that home court advantage. I think the Tigers win the game, but I think this will be a war. This will be a really fun basketball game.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean I'm not going to step in front of Auburn. I mean I think the Walter Clayton injury for Florida is impactful, is meaningful. I mean I assume he probably plays in this one, but what version of him am I getting? I don't know. Maybe I'm just so disgusted by their performance, against Tennessee. Yeah, we got you, but I'm so disgusted by their performance against Tennessee without Ziegler, without Milicic. But they are a good team. I just don't think they can do it on the road here at Auburn. So they've been camping out since what? It's Tuesday. I mean, it's going to be absolutely insane. So give me Auburn here at home to get it done. I know that's brave. I think I'm picking all the favorites. So